In the rugged heart of North Devon, where the River Tor carves its restless path through ancient hills, and the town of Barnstaple nestles beneath windswept cliffs, there lies the shadow of a baronial past, once the seat of Sir William Tracey, a night forever marked by infamy as one of the murderers of Thomas ap Becket. His tale, woven with legends of flight and penance, echoes through the centuries, tied to Crockham Cavern, a jagged hollow near the coast where he hid from justice, sustained by his daughter's mercy. Condemned to remain there for eternity, Sir William's ghost is said to linger, making bundles and wisps of sand, his laments heard on stormy nights, a spectral echo of guilt and despair haunting Barnstaple's wild shores. The story begins in the winter of 1170, during the reign of Henry II, when Sir William Tracey, a baron of 40 winters, ruled his seat at Barnstaple with a stern hand and a restless spirit. Tall and gaunt, with a beard streaked grey and eyes like storm clouds, he was a knight of wealth and ambition, his lands stretching from the Tor's banks to the cliffs of North Devon. Yet his name darkened on December 29th, when he joined three fellow knights, Reginald Fitzers, Hugh de Morville, and Richard le Breton in Canterbury Cathedral, their swords striking down. Thomas ap Becket, the archbishop who defied their king. The murder, born of royal rage and knightly zeal, stained their souls. Becket's blood a curse that marked them as pariahs, excommunicated by the church, hunted by justice. William fled south from Canterbury, his heart pounding with guilt and fear, his baronial seat at Barnstaple a beacon of refuge. He reached North Devon in early 1171, his cloak tattered, his name a whisper of dread among his tenants. Knowing the king's men and the church's wrath would follow, he sought a hiding place, Crockham Cavern, a jagged limestone hollow near the coast, its mouth veiled by gorse and shadow, its depths a labyrinth of damp stone. Here he took shelter, his only ally his daughter, Eleanora, girl of 16 summers, her chestnut hair a cascade beneath her hood, her loyalty a quiet fire. Eleanor braved the cliffs each dusk, bearing bread, water, and scraps of cheese in a woven basket, her footsteps silent as she slipped into the cavern to sustain her father, her whispered prayers a shield against the dark. For months, William hid in Crockham Cavern, his once proud frame bent by cold and hunger, his hands idle as he traced the sand with trembling fingers, bundling it into wisps, a futile task to stave off madness. Eleanor's visits kept him alive, though the weight of Becket's blood gnawed at his soul. His dreams haunted by the archbishop's stare, his nights pierced by the wind's howl through the cave. In the spring of 1172, sickness took him, fever from the damp, or poison from his guilt hand. He died alone in the cavern, his body crumbling into the sand, Eleanor finding only his cloak and a pile of wisps at her next visit. She buried him in secret near the cave's mouth, unmarked save for a cairn of stones, her tears a silent requiem for a father lost to infamy. Yet William's spirit found no rest, condemned, legend says, to remain in Crockham Cavern for eternity. Bound by his sin to make bundles and wisps of sand, his laments a mournful chorus on stormy nights. By 1200, shepherds near Barnstaple whispered of hearing his cries wailing through the wind as gales lashed the coast, a knight's voice lamenting his fate from the cavern's depths. In 1356, a fisherman named Josiah Marwood, sheltering near the cave during a storm, heard the ghostly wails a low, keening moan and glimpsed a shadow in a tattered cloak, hands shaping sand into wisps, fading as the tempest stilled, his tale a shiver. The haunting persisted through the centuries. Sir William Tracey's ghost, a fixture of North Devon lore, his cavern a place of dread, his cries a storm's companion. In 1556, a shepherdess named Isabel Penn found, tending her flock near Crockham at dusk, heard the lamenter wail rising with the wind, her lantern dimming as she fled. Her story whispered among the villagers who shunned the cliffs after dark. By the 18th century, the legend grew William's ghost, making endless bundles of sand, a penance for Becket's blood, his daughter's mercy a fleeting solace in his eternal toil. In 1756, a curate named Nathaniel Fowler, preaching at St. Peter's in Barnstaple, ventured to the cavern on a stormy October night Becket's murder month, hoping to silence the ghost with prayer. The wails rose a mournful chorus through the gale, his cross trembling as he glimpsed a shadow in a cloak, hands shaping sand, vanishing as the storm broke, his journal noting only, "A soul laments its chains." In 1823, a fisherman named Henry Carter, hauling nets near the cliffs at midnight, heard the ghostly cries a wail piercing the storm, his boat rocking as he saw a shadow in Crockham Cavern, its hands busy with sand wisps, fading as the wind died, his tail. In 1879, a dairymaid named Agnes Trelawney, fetching water near the coast at dusk, heard the lamenter low moan through the tempest, her pale trembling as she glimpsed the cloaked figure, its hands shaping sand, vanishing into the cave's mouth, her story a quiet echo in Barnstaple. By the 20th century, Sir William Tracey's ghost was a haunting relic, his cries heard on stormy nights, his cavern shunned by all but the boldest. In 1953, a local historian named Cecily Langdon, researching Tracey's fate, stood watch near Crockham on an October evening. The wails rose with the gale, a shadow in a cloak shaping sand, wisps fading as the storm stilled, her notebook trembling. In 1979, a rambler named Gabriel Thorne, hiking the cliffs at dusk, heard the lamenter mournful wail through the wind, feeling a chill as the shadow appeared, hands busy with sand, vanishing into the dark, his tale a whisper among North Devon's folk. Today, Crockham Cavern lies near Barnstaple, its mouth a jagged scar in the cliffs, its depths a silent hollow near the Coombe House estate. Sir William Tracey's ghost endures, one of the murderers of Thomas ap Becket, condemned to make bundles and wisps of sand, his laments a stormy chorus in North Devon's wild embrace, a spectral penance for a sin that echoes through eternity. Many thanks for treading this tale's dark path. If its chill gripped you, follow, subscribe, and comment below.